Good morning, everyone. So since I didn't do very many vlog videos in Florida, which I am sorry about, I'm going to do this video where I'm going to give you tips and tricks to get the most out of your Walt Disney World vacation. So let's get started. So my first tip is arrive to the park early, and if you only have a short amount of time, stay there for the full day. So if you're only going for let's say 2 days, get there to the park early and stay till closing basically, because you're gonna have to do a lot of stuff in one day. But if you're going for multiple days, arrive at the park early, get a lot of stuff done, leave about midday, because midday gets really hot and muggy and rainy. So that's what I would do. And then get to the park later in the day. Always look for those extra magic hours if you're staying at the hotel. Get to know My Magic Experience. My Magic Experience is the Disney app that is run by Walt Disney World that gives you wait times, is your fast passes, is your dining plan, it's everything. So get to know this app really well because it'll definitely help you out. Also, when looking at the wait times, learn which one is popular, which ride is what everyone wants to go on, because then you can get your fast passes for those. Like the mine ride, those always book out about 60 days in advance, so always get your fast passes for the mine ride if you want to ride that one. So there's two big parades at Magic Kingdom. There's Festival Fantasy and the Disney's Electrical Parade. Always try to watch the second parade if they're available, or if you have time to watch the second parade, because the second parade is always less busy than the first one because everyone always goes to the first parade. Second advice, always watch it from Frontierland. Frontierland has a lot less people and it's a lot more enjoyable, comfortable experience for everyone. There is lots of little shows over at the Walt Disney World. There is this opening show, there's this trolley show, and there's a lot of Streetmosphere, which is characters and stuff that interact with different guests. So at Disney Hollywood Studios and Magic Kingdom, they have a lot of this stuff. So make sure to utilize those little shows while you're going from one attraction to the next. If you are there for a couple days and you are utilizing the advice to not be at the parks during the middle of the day, go to different hotels. There's a lot of resorts. There's actually, I believe, 23 or 24 resorts at Walt Disney World. So go explore those resorts on those little short times, because there's air conditioning and it's kind of cool to see the different architecture and different culture that these different resorts have to offer. As you guys all know, Disney parks can get pretty expensive, but any theme park in the world can get really expensive. So find cheap ways to dine. Dining can be one of the most expensive or the least expensive thing that you're today. So bring snacks. Disney allows you to bring snacks and water and bottles and everything into the parks. So utilize that and bring those snacks in. Also, if you're going to eat, there's mini corn dogs for $8, which is a pretty good full meal. So that's not too bad. And also, if you're getting a pretzel, utilize the free cheese at the quick service locations instead of buying cheese. If you do have a short amount of time to spend at the parks, Animal Kingdom is a good place to spend in the morning, and then Hollywood Studios at night. So if you need to do those two parks in one day, you can easily do it in one day if you just do Animal Kingdom early in the morning till about midday, and then midday at Hollywood Studios to closing. Also, Hollywood Studios has Fantasmic, a nighttime show, so you have to get your fast passes for that, and it's the better way to spend the night because, you're watching a nighttime show. It's good, kiss goodnight. Yes. Okay guys, so when using FastPass, here's some pointers. So, in between your FastPass windows, you usually have about an hour between those. So, utilize that time to go see the smaller shows or go see a show. You do have an hour window to return to your attraction, so you guys can kind of buffer around. You don't have to be right there right at 12:30, you know what I mean? So yeah, use that time to go see some other shows or explore the park a little bit. Another thing is sometimes you can change your FastPass return time. So make sure you check those apps if they have that available, or if you're need to do it. If you do have multiple days to spend at the Walt Disney World Resort, this is your time to explore and do those little things that you normally won't typically do. So maybe sometimes plan a day to just do shows and nighttime shows, so fireworks and the parade, and then another day to do attractions and rides and smaller shows or bigger shows. Plan those days out. Speaking of fireworks, if you're going to see the fireworks show at Magic Kingdom, it's always sometimes best to watch it from the middle of Main Street, the back of Main Street, or even behind the Cinderella Castle. because if you're smack dab right in front of it, the castle's huge. So sometimes the fireworks get kind of covered by the castle. So those are some places, not to mention those places have a lot less people and it's not as clustered at the end because right when those fireworks end, everyone books it out of the park. So maybe sometimes give yourself about 20 to 30 minutes after the fireworks show to just chill and relax because, you know, it's not fun to go to the parks at that time. Now, if you've seen the fireworks or the other nighttime spectaculars, those are great times to go on to other attractions, so like the big rides, because everyone is there waiting for that show. So it is a great time to go on rides because everyone's there and not on the ride. So right after or during the show is a great time for ride time. One other thing is just get in line for those rides. Stop dwelling and like stressing yourself out about, oh my gosh, it's a 60-minute wait. Lines are going to be long, so if you just get in line, and you'll get a lot more done in your day. Not to mention, the lines usually tend to be about 5 to 10 minutes shorter, if not more, than the posted wait time. So just get in line. You guys have great company with you, hopefully, that time will just fly by. And lastly about the parks, if you're going to be in the parks, be super nice to those cast members, those people that are working for you. They can help you so much, you know, more than you probably can even imagine. So just make sure to be extra nice to them because, you know, they might have some extra magic for you. Now going on to hotels. So if you're staying at a Walt Disney World Resort hotel, I don't have very much advice for you, but they do have free shuttles to and from the airport, so that's pretty cool. So make sure to ask your attendant about that or whoever you're booking your hotel with. This is hard right now. Second is they do have free shuttles to and from the park. So if you're going to utilize those, give yourself about 45 minutes because those sometimes take about 20 minutes to get, or the buses arrive about every 20 minutes, and then it takes about 20 minutes to get to the parks. So give yourself that buffer, maybe 45 to an hour prior to whenever you want to arrive at the parks. I'm also reading this right off a book, so sorry, I'm looking down. Housekeeping usually comes around 11 o'clock, so if you are still asleep or know you're going to be sleeping in, make sure to put that little privacy thing on because they will come knocking at your door. Another thing is it does get pretty cold in your room. They usually put it at a pretty cold temperature, so if you're spending a lot of time in your room, make sure to put that thermostat up a little bit because you might give yourself a cold because your body is going from hot to cold. I got the sniffles last time. It kind of sucked. I wasn't like, I don't know, sick, but like it just sucked to have like a runny nose while on vacation. So make sure to put that thermostat up to about 70, 72 degrees so you're saving energy and your nose. One thing with the hotels is if you're staying at a hotel, you get this thing called extra magic hours. So if you are staying at a hotel, sometimes you get extra hours after the park opening or before the park opening. Utilize this. This is such a good time to be at the parks because the wait times are so short. So sometimes you can just stay, if the park closes at 12, sometimes you can stay till even 3 in the morning or 2 in the morning or something like that. So this is a great time to ride those rides, so utilize this if you're staying at the Walt Disney World Resort. Lastly, with Hotel C, I didn't have very much, is utilize the dining plan. The dining plan is such a great, like, accessory to have on your vacation. So utilize that, and I'll give you guys tips about that now. So I'm going to try to quickly explain what the dining plan is. So the dining plan is an option where you get either 2 quick services and 1 snack, or 1 quick service, 1 table service, and 1 snack. A snack can be something that's anything from $5 or below, or even any size Starbucks. So if you have or want to get Starbucks every morning, utilize that snack option to get Starbucks. The dining plan also comes with refillable mugs. So if you are dining at their hotel or at any hotel at their like kind of quick service location, refill those mugs and get one of those bottle drink as your drink option because you can take those drinks into the park and drink it throughout the day and have your refillable mug as your drink while you're having your meal, if that makes sense. Those quick service meals come with your entree, a drink, and a dessert. If you're doing lunch or dinner, you can get a dessert with it. So utilize those dessert options as a snack. So go get a snack that you can use in the parks later in the day, or even if you're going to a different park, or Orlando Park as in Universal, Busch Gardens, Legoland, any of those parks, you guys can use those snacks over at those parks too throughout your day. So there's one really popular restaurant right now at Magic Kingdom. It is Be Our Guest. Be Our Guest is also a quick service location during the morning and the lunch hours, and I think it ends around 3. So make sure to get your reservation or fast pass for that for your quick service if you don't want to do necessarily the table service. So if you're just doing the quick service option for the dining plan, make sure to do Be Our Guest and make sure to get your fast passes for that. Always, if you're doing the table service, always reserve those table services in advance. This will help you out so much. It'll be all on your little magic band, and it'll just help you guys out. You won't have to stress about it while you're there. So make sure to reserve those in advance. If you're just doing the quick service option like I did, make sure to explore those quick service locations. There's a lot of different locations at each park, and there's a lot of different options at Downtown Disney also. So make sure you guys are going to each park and exploring those quick service options, especially Epcot. Epcot has a lot of cool quick service places that are unique to each country. So you guys can still try a lot of different style of food, even if you're doing quick service. Also, if you're going to plan on shopping, which usually tends to be at the end of your vacation, make sure to look into those food options at Downtown Disney so you guys can go have a nice dinner and then go shopping and get all your stuff that you need for home, or your sweatshirts or your teddy bears or whatever you guys need. Make sure to look into the dining options so you guys can have a better experience at the Downtown Disney District. Lastly, a lot of times you are so busy in the parks that you kind of forget to eat sometimes. So if you do have extra points, at the end of your day, go to your cafeteria area in your hotel and stock up on snacks so you guys can have those snacks for your flight or journey home. For your journey home. Alright guys, so that does it from me. I don't have any more tips. I probably could think of some, but you know what, I'm just out of tips right now. So if you guys have any advice for each other or want to help each other out, leave them in the comments below, or even let me know what you guys' best tip to having the best Walt Disney World vacation is. So I hope you guys like this video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I, Morgan Figgy, will talk to you guys later. Bye!